cook culture. So, as you know, I love potatoes. I've said it many times, been in lots of videos. I love potatoes in lots of different ways, but specifically I love nice little new potatoes like these guys, cut into halves or quarters and roasted. I did a video just lately of doing it in the Pizzaiolo. They turned out fantastic, but a lot of times I'll do them in a larger volume. The Pizzaiolo is a little bit small. Do them in a larger volume and I'll do them on a sheet pan. And in the past, I've always used a Silpat. And a Silpat is a fiberglass-based silicone baking sheet. And you can do tons of different things with the Silpat. And they work beautifully well. I've used them for years and absolutely love them. However, over the years, they've kind of crept up in price, little bit by little bit by little bit by little bit, up to a point where they are what I feel is pretty expensive. And sometimes when I'm selling something to people and they are what I feel is expensive, it becomes harder to sell them. So I thought to myself, like, you know, how hard can this be? It's a silicone fiberglass mat. They have limitations. You can put them in the oven up to way too high of a heat for a long time and burn them and fray them. They aren't indestructible, but they are quite durable. So I started looking around. I found a few suppliers that could make the same sort of thing. I got in some samples and I found something that worked beautifully that I was able to get cook culture printed onto. And I'm really, really happy with this mat. The beautiful part is that this mat has come in at about half the price of the Silpat. And it's standing up really, really well. But the one thing that I haven't done yet is that I have not put them head to head. So what I'm gonna do right now is that I'm going to chop up a bunch of these potatoes. I'm going to crush some garlic. I'm gonna use a little olive oil. I'm gonna use a little bit of salt. And I'm going to put them equally onto each pan. I'm gonna put them into the same oven, side by side, and we're going to see if they do the same job. So, here we go. Okay, so we're all prepped up. We're going to grab these two sheet pans and get an equal amount of my favorite vegetables. One of the reasons I love potatoes, or maybe the best reason I love potatoes, is that it makes such a great starch and it goes so well with all of their fresh veggies. I love something warm. I love making meal salads. So taking some great garden greens or some beans and fresh carrots and putting them with warm potatoes, for me, it's just such a homey meal. You know, of course, you'd have some beans or some lentils in there, and it just is such a great complement. Okay, so there we go. We've got lots of garlic, some oil, some salt, and we're ready to go. So we're gonna put them in to the oven, side by side. So they're gonna fit like that, and they do. And then we will bake those off for probably 35, 40 minutes and see the difference between each side. And probably at that time, we'll have a taste tester here to tell us which one is better. Okay, so we have finished roasting the potatoes. So I'm gonna grab out the two sheets. So the first one we've got out here is from the old Silpat. And then the new one we have, turn off the oven. And so we've got the old and the new. So if we grab a couple of potatoes here. So, you know, really, all in all, they look to be cooked exactly the same. When I look at the two sheets, they have been cooked. To me, they look exactly the same. So what I'm gonna do now is that I'm going to put a few into a bowl and a few, so the one on my left is going to be the the original Silpat, and the one on the right is gonna be the new cook culture Silpat. I'm gonna let these cool a little bit. Last time we did this video, he was eating these hot and it kind of hurt him. So those are gonna cool for a few minutes. The difference, what I was looking for, is how's the roasting on the sheet? Is it somehow sticking? Is it not browning? Like for instance, I'll take two random pieces and they are doing, from what I see, exactly the same thing. So, you know, they optically look identical. I'm really happy. It's kind of what I was expecting. But is there a different taste? So we'll see in a sec. Okay, so here we are with my son Taylor. So he's gonna try the two potatoes. So this one, don't look. No, don't look, you look that way. This one is from the original Silpat, and this one is from the new cook culture Silpat. So we're gonna see if he can tell, first, any difference. Like if you can't tell a difference, then it all doesn't matter.
These ones are smaller.
It has nothing to do with how big I cut them. This is all about a taste and a texture thing. So he's a bit of a potato aficionado. He takes after his father. He loves a great roasted potato.
Wait, you're my father.
Yeah, you take after me.
Ah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, sorry, I was talking to the third person.
Ah.
So, anyways, so try this one first. Yep, hopefully it's not gonna burn you.
Okay, go.
No, don't talk with your mouth full. We're on camera. So try that. Eat that one up. And then we'll move on to the next one.
It doesn't burn my mouth.
That's fantastic. Okay, no, don't keep eating those ones. We're moving on to these ones. This is a taste test.
This fork tastes like the salad dressing.
Okay, so move on to these guys.
They're softer. Oh, hot.
That was a bigger one. So try that little one. Probably not so soft, yeah?
No.
Okay.
Not so soft.
So, can you tell the difference?
I think it's just where these ones were, but they have more olive oil on them, so they're better.
Okay, but in any texture or
No, I can't
browning?
tell the difference.
Okay, so no difference.
Besides, those ones are smaller and these ones are bigger.
Right, okay, so olive oil isn't anything to do with the Silpat. Size is all about me cutting them up. But you think they're just as tasty as each other? No difference? Yeah, or is there a difference?
I don't know.
Okay, that's great then. So,
Tastes the same. Wait.
it seems that not enough of a difference, if there is any difference, for a potato professional to tell the difference.
A little bit softer inside on these ones.
The bigger the potato, the softer they'll feel. So what do you think? Yeah? You know, outside of it tasting yummy, what do you think? Any difference in the two bowls?
No.
No? Same?
Oh, besides this one has a deeper hole than this one has a smaller hole.
Okay. So, kind of what I was expecting. The potatoes turned out to be identical. I also, before, taste tested it all. I couldn't tell any difference. I feel the two Silpats so far on the first experiment of doing roasted potatoes are perfect. I've been really happy with the silicone sheet, the cook culture silicone sheet that we've been using. I've used it for a bunch of different things. It's standing up really well. I've used it at high heat and it's super durable. So at half the price, I'm stoked. So we've got them in stock now and ready to ship. So hope you enjoy. Thanks so much. Thanks. Okay. I should have given you some instructions before we started this.